call the meeting to order at 6:30 p.m. Madam Secretary, roll call, please.
Mr. Ramick?
Here.
Mrs. Winton?
Here.
Ms. Croft?
Here.
Mr. Johnson?
Here.
Mr. Becerra?
Here.
Mrs. Pat?
Here.
Mr. Woolley?
Here.
Mayor Sollers?
Here.
Mrs. Bauer? Here. Mrs. Toko?
We have a quorum. Okay, Mr. Johnson, would you like to lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance?
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Item 3, may I have a motion for the acceptance of the agenda?
Mr. Chair, I'd like to make a motion to accept the agenda with the following amendments. Item 6.5 should be changed to read motion to approve small business relaunch grant applications for case number 2020-014, 2020-015, 2020-018, and 2020-21 to receive the full amount of $7,500 for a total amount of $30,000, and to remove 2020-09 to investigate further.
Support.
Okay, I have a motion by Councilwoman Cross, supported by Councilwoman Winton. Is there any discussion? If not, all those in favor say yes.
Yes.
All opposed say no. Motion carries. Item 4 is an acceptance of the minutes, which is a motion to approve the acceptance of the minutes of the meeting held September 15th, 2020, and dispense with the oral reading.
Make a motion.
Support.
Okay, I have a motion by Councilwoman Croft, supported by Councilwoman Pats. Is there any discussion? If not, all those in favor say yes.
Yes.
All opposed say no. Motion carries. This now takes us to the Mayor Communications part of the agenda. Mayor Sollers.
Mr. Chairman, thank you. I'm going to read the only item under open business that I have, and then if it's okay, once there's a motion made, I'd like to invite Guido Yulin up to introduce the guest. My item will be a motion to approve the agreement between the City of Taylor and Blue Water Technologies as presented.
Make a motion to approve.
Support.
I have a motion by Councilwoman Cross, supported by Councilman Johnson. Is there any discussion?
Mr. Chairman, I believe they have a presentation, and I'll let Guido walk.
Yeah, we'll go ahead and watch the presentation, and then we'll ask questions afterwards.
Thank you. I do apologize. The presentation might be a second behind. They're trying to get this fired back up. We did go through it earlier today.
Okay.
I do have two gentlemen here from Blue Water Technology, Scott and Ron. I'd like to bring them up and introduce them. It is, as you guys have in front of you, a partnership that we're looking to enter into with them for a very special event that we want to bring to the city, the Heritage Park, for the holidays.
Okay.
You guys want to come up? Sure. I'll let Scott and Ron give you a little background on Blue Water and what they're doing with the retooling with COVID and things that they've come up with so they can still have viable options for families to attend and still maintain the social distancing, but give them a great event to attend.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you all so much for having us. I'm Scott Schoenberger. This is Ron Neff. We're with Blue Water Technologies. As many businesses during COVID, we've all had to pivot and find new ways to kind of keep our people working and revenue or income into the families. And at the same time, we're very sensitive to the neighborhoods and communities that we serve. With everyone being cooped up, I mean, for many of us, we have young children. I have two very young ones myself. There's definitely a shortage of things to do. So, in one of the brainstormings that our company had early COVID, we have a lot of equipment, audiovisual equipment. Our business is primarily in that space. We do our big events, auto shows, corporate meetings, and we do installation work, such as the things that you see behind you here in the can hopefully help you with. We found that we had a lot of equipment sitting on the shelf not doing anything, so we all sat down and said, what can we do with this? How can we keep our staff working? And how can we provide the community with something fun and entertaining and safe to participate in. So we set out to put together a series of what we are now calling themed entertainment concepts. They're essentially interactive light shows that we put on in various communities, and we invite people out in very specific rules and regulations of how people come in. So it's gated, a certain number of people per the executive order, per time slot. We keep people on the trail to make sure that there's proper social distancing. And this last event, this first event we did with Commerce Township, we were able to get 31,000 people through over the course of 2 months. The large, the 2-month period being because of sunset. So in October, we're looking at having 38,000 people come through, again, safely gated, socially distanced, and look forward to bringing something like that to the community here in the Heritage Park. It's a very cool location. As I understand, there's a lot of really cool programming that already occurs, so we're looking to come in and augment that.
Since we're still waiting, I just got a couple quick questions. Sure. In the agreement, it says you're going to start basically on November 19th. That's when it's actually going to open. It says from 6 p.m. to 10 a.m. Should it be 6 p.m. to 10 p.m.?
Correct.
Okay, because I'm thinking, man, does it take you guys that long to clean up or whatever,
That correction was made today, so we do it.
Okay. Other question, it says 40% of net collections from admissions. So I guess I'm kind of confused. Are you guys, you're Blue Water, correct?
Yes.
So you guys will be running the admissions and selling or so we're going to do that? Sure.
To the chair. What we've come up with is an agreement that has everybody coming in as a partnership. So we'll run ticket sales, booking of Santas, the fun characters. We're actually talking about a theme for every week, so that it gets people coming back maybe more than once. So we receive 40% of the revenue for doing that. They obviously have the risk of bringing the technology, setting everything
Sure.
up, and so they do 60%.
Yeah, I wasn't sure who was doing what, so I just wanted to clarify on that. Also, my
further detail in
okay.
the coming days.
So basically, we're doing it all, and then we'll just give you, we collect it all, and then we pay you, okay. And then my other quick question is so there'll be stuff left out overnight. You're gonna run Thursday through Sunday, correct? So my biggest question is say it's 1 or 2 in the morning, police and security can't be everywhere. Will we be liable for the equipment that's left there?
That's a bet. We'll negotiate that.
Okay.
Typically, we're insured, so I'm
Okay.
not as concerned about it.
Okay.
They do base cameras also.
And then
Sure.
we install camera systems.
Okay,
so we
because
get-
that's my biggest thing, like, I don't mind you leaving it there.
Yep.
I just don't want the city to be responsible if you do leave it there for anything that's, vandalized.
Yep. And we'll negotiate the insurance, the liability on that.
Okay,
People on the grounds, who's
Sure.
responsible for that. The equipment, that'll be on us, and we'll negotiate all that.
and I think the other thing, Guido, is we really want to get word out. So parts of the park will be closed from 6 to 10 p.m.
Well,
And,
to the chair, this would, in essence, for basically that time frame, we would isolate the lake area. Just
Okay.
So
so
what
it
we're
wouldn't be
doing,
the whole park.
not the whole
So if people want to come and walk the trail.
Park is
and
wide
walk their
open
dogs
other
and
than the
stuff,
lake
They're not
area.
excluded from that. They're just excluded from that area from 6 to 10 p.m.
Well, it would be during the duration because of the equipment being there, the props
Okay.
being there, so it would be for that duration, but we're just talking the lake area.
Mm-hmm.
And we would have it fenced in with the 6-foot fence, and we'll have gates for entry points so we can control flow into it. So it would just be for those 8 weeks that we wouldn't have use of the lake area.
Okay.
And it's pretty much the coldest month,
Sure,
when we get
yeah,
the
I
least amount of use, but the 95% of the park will be open with that small
Okay.
area.
Okay. Oh, sure. I don't think the video's going to happen, so I guess.
Well, we could still, I believe, play it for you guys to view. I mean, 'cause the visual part of this is seeing what they bring to the table. We had a smaller vision, and then we heard about Glenlord Trails, and that's where these guys came in. So we paid them a visit and started the conversation of maybe renting some equipment. And then after we seen what they can do, we said, wow, we really got to bring this to this area. We don't have anything like that. We'll be the only community really going to get a holiday event with this COVID situation that we're currently under, and it was just a win for us, win for the community, neighboring communities. We're going to bring a very unique attraction to this area. It's going to be themed. We haven't quite named it yet. They have catchy names. We'll have to kind of pass that around and see what sticks. But it's just going to be a great opportunity for families to come out and experience kind of the old traditional Christmas. We're going to have carolers, Santa, different character themed weekends, but along with that, you're going to have this visual show that they put on with the, I mean, when you see the video from the lighting, the bubbles, the interactive portion, the moving, you know, animated walls, it's pretty high tech and advanced, and you guys will be very impressed with it.
Sarah spoke very highly of it. Her and her friends, I guess, experienced another thing in commerce or something and said it was really incredible and everybody really enjoyed it. But Councilwoman Croft has a
Just
question.
going back to what you mentioned about the 8-foot fence, so would the equipment be inside of that gated? Okay.
Correct, and then when the show's over, it will be locked, secured.
Okay.
Now, mind you, it's a portable fence, but it is.
Is there anything that would prevent, through the chair, is there anything that would prevent them from maybe hiring their own private security guard or?
We could talk about that. We were gonna talk with Chief Blair once this gets approved, not about 24/7, but making multiple trips
Yeah.
through Heritage Park, which is a benefit to everyone anyways.
And then Wayne County helps out as
And
well.
Wayne County College, we would also speak with them. They already do a lot of,
Okay.
but the 2, 3 a.m. hours, just ask Haywood PD to make multiple passes through Heritage Park along